How's it going, everybody? This is Ethan the Human here, and today I'm going to be talking about some interesting news regarding the Marvel's Avengers game. Now, this is the first video I'm doing about this game, but I'm really deep in the community for this. I follow the news all the time, and I've got like a whole bunch of hours in this game, and I really look forward to talking about this game and maybe even playing it on the channel in the future. So, what we're going to be talking about today, guys, is the revelation that tomorrow we might be getting some news, and I think it's going to be about a certain character called Jane Foster. Now, this doesn't come from just nowhere. There's a famous data miner called Miller, and he has leaked a couple stuff in the past. He's leaked the voice actors for Black Panther, as well as She-Hulk, who's still unreleased. He's shown off some concept art for various things, including Black Panther's initial design, way before he was revealed in the game, as well as War Machine, who hasn't been released either. He's done big info dumps, which didn't even come from data mining, came from inside sources about War for Wakanda, including like the different kinds of enemy types and the fact that there's going to be a raid, and details about the Claw boss as well. And he's even done like quite a few audio data mines about like, Future Imperfect and other kind of content coming to the game. So I think he's a very credible source when it comes to this stuff, and his facts are almost never wrong. He might make some like incorrect assumptions about things, but the actual data itself, it's almost like never wrong. I trust this guy like, wholeheartedly. And he's been talking about this for a while, actually. On the 1st of January, he came back with a new stream, because he is a streamer, and he's doing this whole thing where like he is going to be streaming completely for the whole year of 2022. Everything that isn't in the bathroom is basically going to be shown on screen for you guys. So to celebrate that, he got a little bit tipsy for January 1st, New Year's Day, and he decided to kind of let loose that there is a mystery character coming to Avengers, a character that is kind of an Echo fighter, kind of like similar to another character in the game, as well as a character that wasn't in any previous data mines. So it's not going to be like She-Hulk or War Machine or like Ant-Man or something crazy like that. And that kind of got the community into a bit of a speculative mood, right? Lots of people were guessing, coming up with different things. Could it be US Agent? Could it be Dr. Samson? But he kind of nailed it down in just a matter of a few days, thanks to like other content creators like Sadod, the gamer, kind of getting like all of his like little hints here and there throughout his stream and narrowing it down to a smaller selection. Eventually, High who's one of my best friends on Twitter, posted a tweet called Choose Your Fighter in collaboration with Miller, showing off 4 pictures, one with Jane Foster as Thor, Yelena Belova, which would be an echo of Black Widow, Shuri, which would be an echo of Black Panther, and then Doc Samson fighting the Hulk. This caused like speculation to narrow down to like these 4 characters, because why else would he be posting those? Didn't take too long for Miller to eventually come out and be like, I've gotten all the information I need, and finally declare that the character coming to the game next is Jane Foster Thor. Now, there is some weird reasoning behind this, right? Because obviously the next character intended to be in the game was She-Hulk, which was previously data mined by Miller. But there's been some interesting revelations regarding that, because according to some inside sources, not just Miller, there seems to be a kind of pushback from Marvel Games to say, hey, we know you've done all this content on She-Hulk, but we kind of want to push that back a little bit, make it coincide with the release of the She-Hulk TV series, which kind of got delayed to the end of this year, early next year, 2023. So because of that, they had to kind of scramble and come up with a new content to fill in that gap of time, obviously, for being delayed so long. And they figured the best way to do this was an Echo character, but also this Echo character could kind of coincide with some MCU release that would generate hype for them. Obviously, you can't do that with like Doctor Strange or the Scarlet Witch, because there isn't any character like that in the game. But Jane Foster is a very interesting character because she is very similar to Thor, who's already in the game, obviously. Basically the same powers, so you could kind of do something very similar there, but because like obviously it's a different gender and a different character entirely, you can still make them different enough to kind of justify them being a separate character, even if they have a lot of reuse. Now, when I say Echo character, I don't mean like Kate Bishop and Clint Barton were. Those are 2 completely different characters, right? So they have like different animations for mostly everything, different moves, all of that stuff. When I mean like an Echo character, I'd be taking a look at games like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, where you've got a character like Mario and Dr. Mario, for example, where almost all their animations are the same, maybe one or two moves are different or have different properties. I'm thinking along those lines more than anything. The reason I'm saying tomorrow, though, is because Miller today tweeted, and I quote, "Attention, people who hate me. Tomorrow's going to be a really bad day for you." Now, obviously, Miller's got some run-ins. He's got a bit of a bad rep on the Reddit community because people just don't like him for whatever reason. People don't trust leakers. People kind of just don't want to give Avengers the benefit of the doubt for doing the things that Millers say they're going to do. So this is like a sign for me thinking they're probably going to reveal the secret character tomorrow, the hidden character, the mystery character. So my money's on it being Jane Foster, and given everything that Miller's shown us, I really think that is a true possibility. Now, my expectations for this are not super high, right? Like, I know Avengers has struggled to release content in the past while, and it seems like the team size is definitely a lot smaller than what it used to be. Obviously, Crystal Dynamics are working on other projects like Tomb Raider and Perfect Dark, so I can't expect too much, as well as the fact that they from what I've heard, right, is that they're like releasing this in kind of a rush state, like they had to get something ready because She-Hulk got delayed. They didn't have as much time to work on it as She-Hulk. So as far as like new content goes, I don't expect them to be adding like any new missions or maps or even enemy types. It's just going to be the character, I think. But the next update, 2.4 for Avengers, is going to be about revamping the event system, right? The way events work, the different rewards you get, giving you more reason to come back and play these events over and over again. And what I think they could really do with that is add unique gear sets for these events and make you want to kind of chase them and give the players like something enticing to chase after, right? So if you kind of combine that with the Jane Foster release to kind of get them to synergize with each other a little bit, I could imagine there being a whole new event, right? Maybe something Asgardian focused, Maybe you can get a gear set that kind of gives you like special perks and stuff that really favoritize shock damage and cosmic damage, because those two, they're kind of battery with each other, but also they're really like related to Thor himself, because like, cosmic is kind of like Bifrost, like you could fudge it that way. And you can create something that's very similar to like what War for Wakanda drops. They obviously drop Vibranium and Sonic gear. You could do something like that with the other gear types that are already in the game, right? So I think that those two, you could have like a Asgard themed mission, maybe like you're fighting Bifrost infused enemies, I don't know, or like some kind of weird mission type that's like basically the same as other missions, but there's a little spin on it, kind of like the Cosmic event. You do cosmic missions where like you're charged with cosmic energy, for example. So I think you could do something like that, gives players a reason to play the game while they're leveling up their Jane Foster Thor, or even if they're not interested in Jane Foster Thor, give them something to play for their other characters as well. Yeah, so that's kind of my expectations for this update. I wonder what you guys think. Like, do you think that Jane Foster is going to be announced tomorrow? Do you think that this is just a whole lot of bullshit? Or just like some, maybe it's a misunderstanding, maybe Miller is hinting towards something else, maybe it's not even Avengers related, who knows. So I want to hear what you guys think in the comments. If you're excited, just let me know, because I really want to like participate in the community and everything. I want to hear what you guys think, and I want to get excited for Avengers, because ever since Marvel Heroes died, I've been looking for that game to like scratch the itch of like a game where you're like really excited for the content that's coming, and there's always something coming next, always something to get excited about. And I feel like Avengers could really be that game, even if the content isn't as substantial as something like Destiny 2. I feel like they are still working on some exciting stuff that I can really get excited about, because I love Marvel and all that. Anyway, guys, take care, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you guys don't roast me before tomorrow when this gets announced. Alright, see ya.